Thank you so much for joining me for this meditation. I invite you to check the comments section of this video. There will be some tools there that you can use to complement your meditation practice, including recommendations for essential oils and crystals. Otherwise, I invite you to find a comfortable seat. This can be with your ankles crossed or your shins crossed, maybe even with your legs extended if that's comfortable for you. Consider some support for your back if you're not accustomed to a seated meditation practice. You might also consider lying down. Once you find a comfortable position for your body, I invite you to let your eyes close. If it's more comfortable for you to just have a downcast gaze, that's an option too. Just let the gaze soften and let the eyes close only if it feels natural. If you're sitting upright, maybe you draw your head back slightly so that your ears are stacked over your shoulders and your shoulders are over your hips so that your spine feels nice and supported. We'll take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. And take a moment to picture the most beautiful mountain that you know, or that you've ever seen, or maybe just the most beautiful mountain that you can imagine. Hold the image and the feeling of this mountain in your mind, letting it gradually come into greater focus. Notice the overall shape of the mountain, the way that its peak ascends towards the sky. Notice its large, solid base firmly rooted in the earth. Notice if it has steep or gently sloping sides. And finally, just step back and notice how massive it is, how solid and unmoving and beautiful it is from afar as well as from up close. Start to notice the details of your mountain. Maybe there's snow on top or trees. Maybe it has a very prominent peak or a series of peaks and plateaus. Whatever its shape or appearance, just sitting and breathing with the image of this mountain, begin to feel the stability of it within your seat as your sit bones are firmly rooted or your body is fully supported by the ground. You become the mountain rooted in this posture. Your head becomes the lofty peak, supported by the rest of your body. Your shoulders and arms are the sides of the mountain. Your buttocks and legs are its solid base rooted into your seat. Now, as you become aware of the space around the mountain, notice that the sun is traveling across the sky. The light and shadows and colors are changing virtually moment by moment. Night is followed by day, which is followed by night, followed by day. A canopy of stars and the moon, followed by the sun. Through it all, the mountain just sits, experiencing each change moment by moment. Though things are constantly changing, the mountain is always just being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another and as the weather changes, moment by moment, day by day. In summer, there's no snow on the mountain except maybe at the very peak. In the fall, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant, fiery colors. In winter, perhaps the mountain is covered in a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, it may find itself at times enshrouded in clouds or fog or pelted by freezing rain. People may come to see the mountain and comment on how beautiful it is, or how it's not a good day to see the mountain. None of this matters to the mountain, which remains at all times its essential self. The clouds may come, the clouds may go. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed one bit by the way that people see it, not by the weather. Seen or unseen, in sun or clouds, broiling heat or frigid rain, day or night, the mountain just sits being itself. At times, it's visited by violent storms and buffeted by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude. Yet through it all, the mountain continues to sit unmoved by weather, by what happens on the surface, by the world of appearances. In the same way we sit in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain. We can embody the same unwavering stillness and rootedness in the face of everything that happens in our lives. Every change that happens over the seconds, over the hours, over the years. In our lives and in our meditation practice, we constantly experience the changing nature of the mind and body of our outer world. We have our own periods of light and darkness, our moments of color, our moments of drabness. Certainly, we can experience storms of varying intensity and violence in the outer world and in our own minds and bodies. We endure periods of darkness and pain, as well as moments of joy. Even our appearance constantly changes, experiencing a weather of its own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation practice, we can link up with its strength and stability and adapt it for our own. We can use its energies to support our energy to encounter each moment with mindfulness, equanimity, and clarity. It may help us to see that our thoughts and feelings, our preoccupations, our emotional storms and crises, even the things that happen to us, are very much like the weather on this mountain. We tend to take it all personally, but its strongest characteristic is impersonal. The weather of our lives is not to be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honored, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. And in holding it in this way, we may come to know a deeper silence and stillness and wisdom. Mountains have this to teach us, and much more if we can come to listen. Bring the awareness back to your breath. Start to notice the sensations on your skin. Maybe the feeling of your body against your yoga mat, your meditation pillow, or the floor. Notice the temperature of the room. And then start to bring your awareness outward even more, noticing some of the sounds in the room around you. Welcome the awareness back into your body completely. Whenever you're ready, begin to blink open your eyes and gently bring a little movement into the body. Namaste.